Fikul, I need your help right now,
Why?
The thing is, my aunt Fatiha won in Instagram competition reels, and she won 50,000 ringgit in cash as prize.
Okay.
So she planned to invest this money into either Maju Bank or Indah Bank. Both the bank provide different rates. For Maju Bank, it's provide 4.8% compounded semiannually. For Indah Bank, 4.85% compounded monthly.
Okay.
So she asked me which bank to choose from. But I have a question. Does the difference in interest have any difference?
Of course, there is difference in interest for both banks.
Oh, really? Then can you calculate it for me?
Sure. Let me teach you.
Alright.
First of all, we need to identify the principal value, which is the amount of money you want to invest in the bank. Based on your story, your auntie will invest her 50,000 price in a bank. So the principal value is 50,000. After that, you need to know the value of K, which is the compound interest rate of it. In this case, we will take a look at Maju Bank compound interest rate first, which is 4.8% or 0.048. Next, we will put M as 2 because the bank said that the investment will compound it semi-annually. After that, you need to make sure the time you want to invest in this bank. In this case, your auntie said that she will invest for 4 years. So we put 4 as T. For calculation, you need to use the simple formula, which is S equal to P in bracket 1 plus I power of N. As you can see, there is I and N. We can get the value of I by dividing K and M. For value for N, you can get it by multiplying the value of M and T. After you put all the value in the formula, you can see that after 4 years, your auntie's investment in Maju Bank will grow until 60,446 ringgit and 29 cents. Same goes to Indah Bank, but for this bank, you just need to replace the value of K with 4.85% or 0.0485 and M with 12 because the investment will be compounded annually, or in other words, monthly. After that, find the value of I and N using the same method and put it in the same formula. At last, you will get the investment will grow until 60,681 ringgit 8 cents. As you can see, by subtracting the maturity value, which is S, with principal value, which is P, you will get the interest value. Now, you can find the difference between both bank is 234 ringgit 79 cents. Now, Hafiz, I want to ask you, which bank should your auntie invest in, and explain to me why.
Thank you for showing me the calculation, Fikrul. Now, I know which bank my Aunt Fatiha should choose. She should choose Indah Bank because the amount of interest she will earn is higher than Maju Bank. For the next problem, I think I can calculate it on my own. Here's the problem. After 2 years of investment, the bank changed the rate to 5% compounded quarterly. So, how does my aunt receive at the end of 4 years? For the first step, let us calculate the first 2 years. We know that the principal value is still 50,000. For the interest, K, it's 0.0485. Next, M as 12 because it is compounded monthly. For D, it's 2 because we want to know the value for first 2 years. Before we move on, we first need to know which formula we need to use. S equal to P bracket 1 plus I close bracket and powered by N. Let's find I by dividing M and K, and we get 97 divided by 24,000. Next, value of N, which is 12 times 2, is 24. After we calculated all this value, we just need to insert this to the formula. The first 2 years investment we get is 55082.25. Now, on to the last step. Let's gather all information of the bank first. Principal value equal to 55082.25. For the interest, K, it will change from 4.85% to 5%. Next, M as 4 because it is compounded quarterly. T is 2 years. And for I is 0.05 divided by 4, and the answer is 0.0125. Next value, N, which is 4 times 2 equal to 8. Finally, the formula that we will use is still the same. So just insert the info that we have just calculated into the formula. After our calculation, the final investment value we get is 60837.58. Oh, Fikul, I got it now. So that's the way. Thank you so much.
Oh, there is Syahmi. Assalamualaikum Syahmi.
Oh, salam dah sudi.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, but I have a little problem to solve.
What is the problem?
It's for my sister Zara. My parents has allocated 10,000 ringgit for her college fund with members. The fund shall be invested for 18 years until she begin her college. The investment pays 4.65% for interest and compound local calculate. Then she asked me to calculate how much withdrawal she can make 3 months, a year, or 4 years. But I have an issue to calculate this. Can you help me for this?
Of course, I can help you. So, the calculation are like this. So, we need to know how much money can Zara withdraw from the account every 3 months while she is in college. But first, we need to calculate how much money there will be in the bank after the 18 years of investment. To do this, we need to use the formula of future value. But first, we need to find the values that we will use in the formula. The values are as follows. P is equal to 10,000, K equals to 0.0465, M equals to 4, and T equals to 18. Then, we need to find the values of I, which is 0.011625. Then, we find the value of N, which is 72. After that, we insert these values into the formula. And then, we can get the answer of S is equal to 22,983 ringgit and 6 cents. Then, to find the values that she can withdraw, we need to use the formula of present value, which is A. We need to find the values that are in the formula first. And the values are as follows. A is 22,983 ringgit point 6 cents, K equals to 0.0465, M equals to 4, T is 4, and I is 0.011625. We need to calculate the new N, which is 4 multiplied by 4 equals to 16. Then we insert these values into the formula, so we can get the value of R, which is 1,582 ringgit and 48 cents.
After she finished her college and started to work, she hopes to buy a car that costs 109,800 ringgit. She then made a 10% down payment and financed a balance through a bank for 9 years with an interest rate of 3.45% and compounded monthly. So then she tell me for help so I can calculate how much she need to pay monthly and also the amount of interest charged by the bank. So can you help me for this?
Sure. We will use the same formula as before. Similarly, we need to find the values that we will use in the formula. So, the values are as follows. A is equals to 109,800 multiplied by 90% because Zara already made 10% of down payment, which is 98,820. K is 0.0345, M is 12, and T is 9. To find I, we need to divide 0.0345 with 12, which we will get 0.002875. To find N, we need to multiply 9 with 12, which we will get 108. Insert these values into the formula, and we could get the value of R, which is 1,065 ringgit and 70 cents. To find the interest, we will need to use the interest formula. Using the same values as before, we insert it into the formula, and we could get the value of I, which is 16,275 ringgit and 60 cents.
If she missed her first 3 monthly payments, how much should she pay on her fourth payment to settle all outstanding arrears?
To calculate this problem, we will use the formula of accumulated value of annuity. First, we list out the values. R is 1,065 ringgit and 70 cents, K is 0.0345, N is 4, and I is equal to 0.002875. We insert these values into the formula, and then we get the value of S, which is equal to 4,281 ringgit and 22 cents. Shahmi, let me ask you this. What if, immediately after paying for 7 years, she wants to settle the loan in full? So, how much is the amount that she needs to pay, and how much interest is paid?
I know how to solve this. We will use a present value formula. First of all, we will list down the amount of each variable in the formula, which is R is 1,065.70 cents, K is 0.0345, N is 24, and I is 0.002875.
Then we will insert all of the value into the formula, we calculate it, and we will get A equal to 24,680 and 10 cents. For the amount of interest, we will use interest formula, which is I equal to NR minus A. We know that N is 24, R is 1065.70, and A is 24,680 and 10 cents. Insert the value into the formula, calculate it, we will get 896.70 cents for the interest. That's it.
Oh, so that's how you calculate it.
Yes.
Later then I will explain this to my sister. Thank you for your help.
You're welcome.